We are going to watch all the juicy scenes,
some iconic moments from Love Island, USA.
And give you some behind-the-scenes secrets and tea.
Maybe. Secrets? Who knows? You'll find out.
What are your long-term goals?
Like, explain.
Your goals long-term.
I want to be in the acting field.
Give me a monologue. Give me a line.
I built this me, brick by brick.
Okay, what else?
So
that
I
was
definitely
great.
want to do sponsorships as well.
Like?
Cheez-Its. I can't get enough of Cheez-Its.
That's the first one that comes out of his mouth.
Cheez-Its. Man, I've been eating Cheez-Its since I came to realization that I was alive, okay? I literally been eating Cheez-Its since I was little.
No,
Come
look,
on.
I love Cheez-Its. I'm a big Cheez-Its fan, but when she said, like, sponsorships, this is why we love Cordell. Like, that's the first thing that comes to his mind.
is food and Cheez-Its. Not like Gucci,
No.
not Fendi, no Prada, Cheez-Its.
I'd also really want Cheez-Its to do a collab with Cordell, but put like all of his faces on the individual biscuits.
I always carry Cheez-Its everywhere I go if it's not gone already.
Where they at?
They're gone.
Oh.
Yeah, didn't make it.
He's just a very peculiar dude, very unique, to say the least,
Unique
right?
is a nice word to say.
Do you think he didn't understand her accent when she said long-term goals?
No, I
or
don't
like,
think he understood what a long-term goal was.
I beg to differ. I think there was some misunderstanding.
Cordell.
I'm with Sarita on that one, that to ask him about his iconic acting and like what he wants to do, and he pulls out that like brick by brick, like I couldn't have held my cool.
This is my first time seeing Cordell act, and wow, he may need some lessons, but I can so see it.
Yeah, on our early chats in the villa, he told me he wanted to act. I think he did a little monologue for me too, but I don't know.
No way.
I don't think it was on the
See,
show.
you guys,
There's a lot that's not shown, guys.
Can we get another monologue?
Okay, from where?
Batman.
Batman? I'm Batman.
Well, it's perfect.
I trusted you, and that's not what Daniela said.
That's not a big
It's a big
deal.
deal to me. Does that matter to you? No.
How am I going to know
So
what's a big deal or not? I'm literally saying it as a
should
joke.
know.
I'm saying it as a joke.
It's not a joke, and it's way more important to me.
She's so pretty when she cries.
After the challenge, even after I heard today, Aaron.
and I feel bad for that Kayla on screen because, baby, you're a bad stand and leave that man.
Kayla, I love my baby girl. She does cry every day, but there's moments like this where the crying's like understandable and meaningful.
Do you usually cry, like before the show, would you cry that much?
So I do cry. Like, I'm the type, if I see like a sad, soppy commercial, I'm crying.
A commercial
Yes.
is crazy.
I feel like her eyes, this is an off-topic thing, but her eyes go so blue when she cries, and it is stunning.
I told you I think your crying is beautiful. You know
I'm
I
the
do.
ugliest crier,
No, but it's
Nicole.
beautiful that
I'm
you can
like,
express your emotion.
There's a
Not
meme
lot
of me like this.
And so
With the
what?
double chin.
Aaron!
That was crazy.
That was nice, right?
I mean,
Sounded just like her, right?
It was
Interesting.
accurate. I'll give you like an 8.
An 8? I'll take it.
I'll give you like an 8.
Constructive criticism. I'll work on that.
Like, she's literally in pain right now, and Aaron can't comprehend that, and it's frustrating.
I mean, Aaron put her through
lot, too
war.
much.
Like, she went through
Too much.
everything, ups and every time it seemed like he's just smooth with his words.
I'm sorry, Kate. Like, there was a time where he makes my blood boil
Yeah.
the way he.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever listened to Kayla or understood the situation he put her in. You know, like he was playing the victim, and you need to realize like what you put your girl through.
Kayla is my best friend and was my best friend in the villa, so I think he doesn't deserve it. I don't. I get everyone makes mistakes. I get everyone up. We're all human. I get that. But when you lie to someone's face over and over and over again, and you take their beautiful personality of seeing the best in people and putting others before themselves for granted, then I think off with the wind.
The girl we have decided to dump from the island. Andrea.
Don't do this to me, man.
Dude, I'm not. No. What the f? No.
Why they put this dramatic music? Damn.
It's like a totally different thing. Like when you're removed from it, it's so silly.
Oh my God, it was so dramatic. Like, so dramatic.
It was dramatic though. Like watching some scenes with the music, I think it definitely seems more like intense than it is.
It does.
That was just as intense, guys. I'm telling you. Like,
We're
Like,
laughing.
I'm laughing at this.
But like in the
at
moment,
time.
it was like real. Like it was intense.
Yeah, that is very, very dramatic, very intense. Like
Yeah.
this right here, y'all see it, but if y'all was there, y'all would have been like, oh, wow. It's Rob. He's like, nah, get him. Squinting and scrunching face.
that was I think the craziest time.
because they were like, why didn't you pick so and so? But there
Yeah, me and
wasn't-
Janae were just sitting there like, well, us, like.
But there wasn't a right answer.
You guys didn't see the full thing. It was way worse, and I think the way he talked to the women was unacceptable.
You look back and you're like, why were you so upset? Like you were there for such a short amount of time. But however, like
I mean,
being there, like the feelings were real.
They
like,
were real.
Like it was intense. It was
You're
like,
in there
it's different. It's
24
so different.
hours.
I think that Rob had every reason
Yeah,
to feel that way.
I
I would
agree.
be pissed. I was so head over heels for Aaron, and if he would have left the villa, I would have wanted to go with him.
However, I don't know if I can say this to you. Don't get mad at me.
Yeah, you
I
can.
think Aaron was a little too dramatic.
100%. He was like, if Rob leaves, I'm leaving. I'm like, damn.
What about Kaylor?
Hey, I'm still here.
I get it. It's sad. I really do. I have sympathy. Like, in the heat of the moment, I'm one to say in the heat of the moment, I act out. Like, I get it. But, like, she wasn't dying. She was going home. And if you loved her that much, leave.
And can I understand in the beginning his feelings? Yeah. What I don't understand is why didn't he go home with her? Sorry, Rob.
All that was real.
Yeah,
Like, that was real.
it's crazy. And it's crazy to think about. Cause like watching it, it's like, bro, what are you doing? But like,
You're looking at this.
I can't deny, like in that
Tighten up.
moment, that's
Right.
how I felt.
If that decision happened, she wouldn't be here if that didn't happen, probably. They would have sent you home.
A lot in common. Like they both live in LA and they both like plants. Like I like plants, but I can't name all the plants. Like
No, listen,
study some
listen.
study plants.
No, listen.
I don't think
can't
I will
answer
go study some plants.
No.
But I like plants. They're not stupid. You know, I'm just like.
All you can do right now is be confident in you
I
and
just
yourself.
wish I
as
knew
your
plants.
badass
We're talking
bitch.
about plants.
I like plants. Like, you guys, I'm from Oahu. Like, we have beautiful plants on the island. I just didn't think to ever study them to impress a guy.
I've never seen someone upset about not knowing plants.
No,
Poor girl.
Imagine if she brought a succulent, because those were fake succulents.
Yeah.
Imagine they just were playing it off like they were real, but slay. She killed that scene.
Yeah.
I love Janae. I think Nene is one, a pretty crier, and two, like, if your man's into plants, like, and you want to, like, form a good connection with him, good on her for making the effort.
For Janae and anyone, I don't
Yeah,
think you should
nobody
ever
needs
change
to.
yourself for the person you're with.
Exactly. Never
Especially if
change.
it's about plants. If plants is bigger, there's a bigger issue.
I don't have plants. I don't
Thank
water them.
God.
I've never watered them. I can't even take care of myself half the time. I don't trust myself with plants or pets.
You know, it's a couple plants that I know of.
Go ahead.
I don't know no plants.
Ferns,
Mm-hmm.
trees.
Is a rose?
Rose is a plant.
Rose, daisy, tulips.
Hmm.
Yeah, grass,
Hmm.
weeds.
Hmm. You got it.
I am not a greenhouse girly, and I definitely am not a plant girl. But if I really liked a man, I'd probably learn some plants.
I was gonna say, I think if I like a guy enough, I'll learn a little bit about plants. I don't know about plants, so I feel for Janae in that moment.
I adore flowers. I absolutely love them. Plants, no, I don't. I'm not really good at plants and animals, as you could probably have told.
No,
ain't
that
gotta
is
do
not a
nothing for you. Yeah,
prerequisite
nah.
for dating me. You don't need to
Yeah.
know about plants.
Yeah. I mean, if you, by all means, we're not gonna study plants.
Honestly,
Go for it.
I
but,
might
like,
not like that. If you're too into plants, right?
I don't know.
Chill out. They're just plants.
Question for you. Would you
What?
go for a guy
What?
who is like overly in love with plants? Is that like your
If I'm overly in love with him, yeah, but
perfect?
like,
That's a good answer.
I want a garden and a big home when I'm like, over the age of like 45, 50. So like, give me something to do. But right now,
Yeah, some tomatoes, some cucumbers.
I have fake palm trees in my apartment right now.
Replace those with real ones.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, but I felt like a little. But
It wasn't too shitty when you were getting it on in the bed, dry humping. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, right?
See me? You see me? Look at him trying not to laugh.
Trying not to laugh. But I see the corner of your lips like go up. Look at me. I'm over here trying not to laugh myself.
It's one of those, like, if you drop, like, a pin,
yeah.
you could hear it. It would be, like, the loudest pin drop in the world. Like, it was bad. Tensions were high. Emotions were high. I thought someone was going to fall into the fire pit or get pushed into the fire pit.
We talked about this, too. She knows. I know. We both were, well, she was laughing, but if I would have laughed, it would have been over with for me. Yeah.
She killed it. She ate that fire pit up.
Yeah, like we love Cordell, but in this moment, you got to think what Serena's going through. Like, she opened up to that man, he left, he did his big one, he came back with another girl. Like, she stood on business. I think it's the most iconic, maybe part of the season.
Going through my head was Serena is a bad. Her one-liners had me in tears. Like, I honestly thought I was gonna wet myself. She was pulling out line after line after line.
Her whole fire pit speech just
make your bed,
make that woman president.
Pump in it.
I couldn't have laughed, and I laugh for no reason. Like, somebody could tell me some serious shit, start laughing, and I don't mean it in a bad way. I laugh sometimes. It was a couple times where I had to like look down like this because I was laughing and smiling and shit.
Serena had the mic. She was standing on business. She was speaking loud and clear.
I think that was one of the best nights and the worst nights of our season for sure.
The thing with Serena is, like, in that moment, like, I felt for Cordell. I was like, man, like, she is going in on him. Like, she was being mean as
Nah,
but
she wasn't mean.
It was.
Nah, she wasn't mean.
She said some mean stuff.
Nah.
But it was so funny. She was so well spoken, and I swear she had to like pre-thought that out. She had some parts of it where I could put my hand down, like I was like sad, but I was literally like trying not to laugh so hard.
At that moment, I thought there's a 0% chance we'll ever see Serena and Cordell together ever again.
Serena's not a girl that takes second chances. Like, I feel like she's kind of just like, you me over.
Yeah, that's why she's grown so much. Like, to be able to just give him another chance, I thought that was so beautiful.
That was scripted. No, just playing. Nah, it seemed like she practiced that. That was good. That was good.
Perfect.
That was good.
So at one stage I was like, oh, I don't know if he's going to be able to win her back. But look at Cordell. He put in the effort. He put himself first, and he won her back. So good on him.
I was convinced Serena would not take this man back for.
She said she was going to throw his in the fire pit.
But to be fair, he earned it, and he took accountability, and I love them together. Mom and Dad, I hope that they have a beautiful family and a whole football team of kids someday.
I feel like I have a weight lifted off my shoulders.
Yeah.
And then she makes him feel like they're in high school and they're like 30 years old. I don't give a That's my thing. I don't think anyone understands that. After I saw him crying like a on the floor yesterday, I literally got the ick. I couldn't even sleep next to him because of it.
I mean, it was emotional. Like, it hurt, but like, I understood like where that came from her. Like, she was also really hurt.
I feel for Rob. Like, in the villa, emotions are high. Like, as men, like sometimes we're told to like hide our emotions.
Listen, I resonate with Leah a lot right now. Because that is hard, and I feel like when you find out certain information, you can either react with tears or be angry.
100%.
And I think like sometimes like, you know, reacting in that way kind of gets the best of us, but there's no shame to it. She had every right to be upset and mad, and I actually love it.
I felt for both in that situation. I feel like they both had a very hard run in there, and there was emotions by either side.
No, that had to be painful or like hard to see. And I just love Lily because Leah full on acknowledged it was wrong of her to say that. She owned her right then and there, and she full on apologized. And I was really proud of both of them. Like, for Rob to be like mature enough to just accept the apology, and for Leah to admit her wrongs and give the apology.
No one wants to hear someone in front of your face call you every name under the sun. Like, that's a given. That feels horrible. And it's also hard to then hear back your words that you've said to someone and see the reaction that they've had. I think both people are beautiful, and I have all love for Leah and I have all love for Rob, and I think they handled that situation very maturely.
Pretty sure I was asleep.
Yeah, he was sleeping. He doesn't remember.
Pretty sure. I dozed off. All right, so that's one thing they haven't shown. And it would probably be a bunch of montages of me sleeping and weird places. So, in serious moments too, I'll fall asleep real quick, and it's not on purpose. I can't help it.
Movie night was so
It
bad.
was like Kaylor,
So-
Aaron, Kaylor.
Actually, they only showed like 6 out of the 13 movies.
Oh,
so
yeah,
here's a
they
little
don't
insider
show all of
secret.
them.
We actually had like 13 movies that night, and there was like actually only like 5 or 6 shown, and out of 6 of them was about Aaron and I.
Yeah, it was like half.
So I did so well until like I didn't. But then he got up and left, so.
I didn't like movie night, and I didn't like how I handled situations towards Leah and Nene. But the beautiful thing about Love Island and our friendship is that we are able to hash it out and then make up 10 times harder.
The winners of Love Island USA 2024 are Serena and Cordell.
I just get goosebumps.
I did too.
I was there. Why
Like,
am I getting
felt it
goosebumps?
down my
What
spine.
the is it the music? Is that? It gotta be.
Yeah, it's the music.
Had to be.
When I first watched it, I was literally tearing up. The season's been so intense, and I feel like this moment really like closed the chapter for good.
First off, I forgot you gotta win this to be honest. And when we were in that moment, I was like, okay, I wonder who it's gonna be. I thought it was gonna be Leah and Miguel because they were second, which was good. That was great. And I was like, oh, they finna win this. I'm finna be happy. I was ready to jump in the pool too.
I was honestly so happy. Like,
So.
Serena, I mean, the first clip we just watched, she said she didn't have a spark. And I think she stayed true to herself, and they've grown something real. And I think they deserved it. I do.
They deserved it. They have been through hell and back, and
Mhm.
I think what makes such a like strong relationship is those, ups and downs, and they work through them, and look where they are now. They're like so adorable. I want Cordell to put a ring on her finger already.
It's a whole thing where all of the Islanders jump in the pool once they announce who win. As soon as they announced us, I just started stripping off of my clothes. I took my jacket off. I started taking my belt off. I'm like, I'm hopping in. I'm going in there. It was exciting. It was a very, very great moment.
To see them win, I had tears. I don't think anyone understands. I nearly broke my computer with water damage, but everyone looked beautiful. Watching it back still, I'm like, oh, I have butterflies for them.
Okay, this is the thing. We had a bet. So if she wins, I get 4,000, and if I win, she got 4,000 because we both thought each of us were gonna win. So when she won, I won. So I was like really, really happy. But no, I think Serena deserves it for sure. She went through like a lot in there, and she grown so much throughout that villa. So if anyone deserved it, other than Leah and Miguel, it was Serena and Cordell. So I'm really happy.
I was super happy. When I first left the villa, they asked me with Selly, she had a little game. It was like, who do you think's gonna win? I said, I think Leah and Miguel will win, but I want Serena and Cordell to win. I would have been happy with either one. But I thought they would win, but I wanted you guys to win because I thought that
We thought they would win too. We didn't even know America was
That was before I got my phone back or
Yeah,
anything.
we didn't
That's just
know
what I
anything.
thought based off of
It was just
being
crazy.
there.
We was like, what? Us?
No,
Y'all like us?
I was happy when I found out.
Wow.
My best part of Love Island is, other than meeting Kenny, it would definitely be my PPG girls. They just taught me how to be like a real good girls girl, and I feel like I have sisters for life.
My best part was meeting Serena.
That's a great one.
Yeah. Yeah. No regrets.
You know, you take a risk in going into the villa and just meeting 20 amazing people. Like, these people that I would never get to meet in my life. That's why I went on the show. I think, hoping you're going to find someone, and I think all the connections we form are really special.
My best and favorite part of Love Island would definitely have to be the friendships and the costumes we got to wear for some of the challenges. They were so much fun.
Best part probably just being so transparent with my emotions and speaking on my emotions, how I'm feeling day in and day out, and trying to articulate them to women and being in tough situations. I was definitely uncomfortable many times. But I grew through all that.
All of us, I feel like
We're like a family.
Yes, we're all a family, regardless of what's.
Even if you don't get along with somebody, you still see them and you're like, oh, it's
Yeah.
good to see you. It's like your
Exactly.
cousin that you don't really like. It's still like you're a family.
I learned a lot about myself this summer, and I give us all a nice pat on the back because it's definitely difficult being in a house with strangers, and we're very lucky that we were given the best group of strangers.